Good afternoon, YouTubers and YouTubettes. So, I know we had this video yesterday. At the time of recording yesterday, we didn't have this information. But now today we do. So we're a day late and a dollar short. Thanks, Rockstar. And not a whole lot of information here, but a few things that we need to at least address. So we did get kind of a bump to what we already had. As far as where the money is, we do have a couple of new sales, and the big one we'll get to at the end, which is some of the limited vehicles are back on the market for just a short amount of time here for Memorial Day. All right, we're getting right down to it. Bonuses this week. Looks like we've got a total of 4 of them. Looks like we've got Motor Wars and Trapdoor, which are both adversarial modes. Looks like we're going to continue with Motorcycle Club work. But it also looks like there are a few select jobs here as far as like the contract work that's also going to be double money, double RP. With the MC stuff, it's going to be all of them. So all of the contracts are going to pay double. And of course, the business sales are still paying double as well. This is all running through, I believe the 29th was the date that was posted. In addition to that, there's a couple of the CEO jobs are also going to pay. It looks like specifically mentioned here are Headhunter and Ramped Up. Headhunter, of course, you know what Headhunter is. Ramped Up is the mission where you get to use the ram buggy and just kind of drive around. Trapdoor is that new adversarial mode that's basically Rockstar's version of a battle royale. All of those are paying double experience this week. Again, if you've got half a brain, the biker work is again by far the easiest to work with. If you're following our system, obviously we're going to point you that direction. Vehicles this week, we've got a couple of vehicles that are going to be on sale. The notable vehicles here, we've got the Pfister Comet SR, 25% off. That's a great car if you don't want or don't already own a Pariah. The D-Classy Tornado Rat Rod, it's good for the look. The Coil Raiden, which is basically the Tesla P90D, it's a good looking car. Again, I don't really have an affinity for electric cars in this game, but this one's not terrible. It's a good looking car. It is a 4-door. To those points, it's probably worthwhile. The Overflood Entity XXR is 25% off this week. Again, it's a good looking car. I think from a performance standpoint, I'd say it's actually probably worse than the original Entity, which is kind of sad, but it's not that good. It is one of the newer cars. It does suffer from the handling flag issues. So obviously a lot of reasons to not really be super excited about that one. And we have a couple of attack vehicles here. Now this is probably where a lot of people are going to jump out of their chair. We have there are 4 attack vehicles that are on sale this week. Three of them specifically are, I don't know that I'd say must-have, but with all of them on sale, I really think this would be a good time for you to get in on this. The one that's on sale that I'm not going to spend any time on because I think this is a terrible car is the Ruiner 2000. It is on sale 30% off. That's the buy it now and trade prices, of course. It's just outclassed by everything else that's out there. I mean, you can buy a Ruiner 2000. It's not a horrible option. It was a great option a year and a half ago. By today's standards, I'd probably tell you to buy a deluxe, so. Well, moving on. The 3 vehicles that probably are worth it. The Sea Sparrow, 30% off. The Sea Sparrow is that tiny, tiny little chopper that has just an absolute array of armaments. And has the floats so it can land on water. I don't really have anything bad to say about this helicopter. And I know what some of you think of, but it doesn't have any armor. Well, no shit, it's a helicopter. There really isn't much in the way of armored helicopters in this game. If you're flying a helicopter and you take missile fire, you're probably going down. I don't care what you're flying. I don't care if it's a Hunter wearing a Kula or a Buzzard, which we'll come back to. It's just you're not going to tank missiles in a helicopter. But if you want something super fast, super nimble, that can actually drop bombs, this is a good option. Speaking of the Buzzard's also 30% off this week. Now, the Buzzard seems to be outclassed by a lot of the newer stuff that has a lot more capability. But rest assured, a Buzzard is still a very viable option because of its stability and maneuverability. Yeah, you can flip those 180s in a Hunter, and you can flip a 180 in an Akula, but it's not a real stable platform for those quick evasive type maneuvers in a helicopter. The Buzzard is a stable platform. And at 30% off, in fact, we're going to go ahead and look at this price. Hopefully it'll let me see it because I know I already own this vehicle, but it's going to be way down here somewhere. There it is. Okay. At 1.2 million, I would probably tell you to go ahead and pick this one up. I would probably tell you to go ahead and buy this one. And then the one that you absolutely should not pass on this week under any circumstances, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You see, there's your Ruiner prices, 3.0, 4.0. The one you should not pass on, no matter what, is right here. The Kanjali is on sale this week, 30% off. There are not many vehicles in this game that can absolutely shut down a server. This is one of them. This vehicle can shut down a server. This vehicle in groups can shut down a full server. This is our end game right here. This tank is quite possibly one of the nastiest weapons of war in this game. It has phenomenal armor. It has phenomenal armaments. It seats 4. It has a grenade launcher mounted to it, in addition to everything else. This tank is a viable option all the time. All the time. If you don't own this, if you want to see gameplay video of this, just watch my stream. I probably pull this tank once a day, maybe more, because it is the ultimate equalizer in combat in this game. If you do not own this vehicle, you would be a damn fool not to get yourself to 2.7 million and buy this thing this week. Trade price is going to unlock. That's probably going to be, yeah, the Kanjali set. Yep, the setup mission from Doomsday. So you can do this and unlock it through the setup, get the cheaper price, and it's 700,000. I don't know. I mean, if you own a facility and you really want to go through and grind out the entire Doomsday heist as the leader, it is beneficial for you to do that for some of this new stuff. I'm lazy, and with biker businesses being double money again this week, 700,000 is literally one sale out of your meth lab. So that's 5 hours in game, 2 racks of supplies, and you've covered the difference. So you can get here for basically no work, or you can grind all of that shit in Doomsday to get that trade price that you'll use once. I don't know. I definitely feel like at this point I'd say it's probably worth spending the extra money. Actually, I'm sorry, let me back up. All executive offices and office garages are 30% off this week. 2 weeks ago, executive offices were 50% off. Last week, garages were 30% off. So if you haven't had a chance to take advantage of that, it looks like they're going to give you another week. I strongly recommend that you have at least the 20-car garage for the executive office. You're just not going to find that type of garage space elsewhere. Biker clubhouses are 30% off, but those really aren't that expensive to begin with. So I don't really think that does a whole lot of good per se. Have that up there. So yeah. I'm sorry, let's get back to it now. The Memorial Day stuff. This is only from the 25th to the 28th. So the 25th is tomorrow. That's Thursday through, I believe the 28th is Monday. Is that Monday? Yeah, so we've got 3 vehicles. And then a big sale on yachts that most people probably won't take advantage of. But the Western Sovereign, which is a vehicle that usually comes around for Memorial Day and the 4th of July, will be available during those dates, and it'll be 25% off. That's the chopper with the American flag livery on it. The Vapid Liberator, which is the monster truck with the closed bed with the American flag on it, 25% off. And then the one you probably should buy, the LCC Sanctus, which is the motorcycle, the Halloween motorcycle. It's got the spiderweb cage for the mudguards, and like the rib cage bones around the fuel tank. Very, very cool looking bike. 25% off, will be on sale 25th through 28th. That one's probably worth buying because that one's kind of rare. You don't see that one in game very much. You really don't see the other two either. The thing I'll tell you, and I don't own the Liberator or the Sanctus, I do own the Sovereign, and I will tell you, just as a fair bit of warning, that with these vehicles, at least with the Sovereign, I would assume this is going to hold true for the other ones. Once you own them, you cannot sell them. You're stuck with them. And I'm pretty sure you can't upgrade them either. They just are what they are, and that's it. So, if you're going to buy any of this stuff, obviously make sure you've got the garage space. Don't get it in your head that these are vehicles that you're going to use on a regular basis. They're really not. It's more for show, something to look at. But yeah, obviously, at this point, if you're following me, if you're following the program, you probably have better options across the board. So, yeah, if you want something to look at, great. If you pass on this, that's on you. I don't know. Sometimes it's nice to have a conversation piece sitting around, but for the most part, if you're putting in work, you're not talking about how cool your vehicles are. Lastly, also during that time, yachts and yacht modifications are going to be half off. So if you've ever wanted to dump your money into that massive yacht, as you see here, I'm only a little jealous because I paid full price for mine. I'm a lot jealous because that's about a $5 million swing. This yacht set me back $9.5 million when I bought it. I love it. I'm glad I have it. Makes for a great mobile spawn point. You can get some free ammo out of it. You do get a Super Velito Carbon, which is an awesome chopper. If you've got just extra money laying around and you want to blow it on something, not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. Alright, well that's it for me for this week, guys. I'm sorry that this didn't come out last night. We didn't get this information until, like, the middle of the night. I promise you, as long as we have the information from Rockstar in front of us, we will absolutely bring it to you as soon as we have it. Again, thank you for watching. If you like what you're seeing and hearing, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the like button, and follow us. We're streaming basically daily. It's not just me. You'll see in the related channels there's a couple of guys in our crew. On many nights we're all streaming at the same time, so you can see the same thing going on from multiple angles. It's kind of a unique way to experience the game. And of course, if you're on PlayStation 4 and you're looking for a crew, we are recruiting. I do have a post on Reddit. You can look at that, or you can reach out to me directly. I'm not one of those people that hides behind the mask. My username is Medevah on PlayStation Network. Send me a message sometime if you want to talk about maybe joining, getting hooked up, and making a little cash and having a little fun if you like what you see. But that's it. Again, thank you for watching. Be kind to each other and kill each other.